What is up everyone? My name is Jillian and welcome to my channel. I always wanted to say that. Seeing me share stuff about my life as a full-time performer. So if you are on this video, you are for sure someone who uses their voice on a daily basis like me, or someone who's just stalking me. I am not in any way a medical practitioner, but I have been using my voice full out and I have been losing it full out as well. These are just some of the ways that have helped me get through that performance. Losing your voice means losing a job, losing your dignity, and losing your sanity. I will be sharing what you can do with common voice problems like a dry throat, cold or mucus, and the dreaded soreness. Usually 2 reasons why, that's 4. 1, it could be illness. 2, it could be over fatigue or overuse. So it's either of those 2 things. So let's move on to over fatigue. So the first on that list is tension or tightness. It doesn't feel open, it just feels tight. First of all, I do face exercises, I do stretches for my entire body, and I do vocal exercises. We call Fisherman's friend. So it's a lozenge. I can only tolerate the lemon and the mandarin orange and ginger one. Strong minty feeling. It kind of has a opening effect on my throat. Maybe like 30 minutes before I have to sing, and it always somehow does the job. You might also need the warm comforting hug of tea. This one over here, like it's a simple tea bag, or this one of the parents of my students gave this to me. And make sure that the teas that you have are not caffeinated, alright? That tends to dry up the throat. Next problem is dryness. Usually if it's too cold backstage or the night before and I use aircon, that's when my voice gets really dry. For the things that can help battle the dryness. 1 is using a humidifier or a diffuser. So you just put water. Sometimes I bring this with me backstage. This helps me a lot. You could put essential oils, or in my case, I don't like putting essential oils. Just plain old water does the trick for me. Cult classic throat coat tea. It kind of leaves like a icky film. It's not disgusting. It kind of leaves a film on the throat so that it's lubricated. It's really good. This is why a lot of people use it. I just learned this recently. If you are singing somewhere with very, very dry air and somehow you can't produce enough saliva, use honey water. Warm water, honey, and that helps you produce more saliva. It just lubricates your mouth, your vocal folds, and it's very, very helpful in super, super dry rooms. Cover your neck and chest area because your vocal cords are a muscle. You just have to keep this area warm because the same way that leg warmers work for dancers, scarves and coats work the same way for singers. Being a singer, one of the worst things that could ever happen to you is getting a cold. Because how do you breathe properly? How do you control everything when there's mucus running inside your nose, down your throat? Ugh, it's the worst. Take any expectorant like Fluimucil, or it's really ugly, but I didn't have the time to buy a nice packaged one. Ain't nobody got time for that. Fluimucil or Mucinex. So you drink this in the evening before your performance or the morning of, and just keep drinking and drinking and drinking a lot of water so that the mucus flushes itself out. Steam. Now, if you are like me, you are a broke-ass artist and cannot afford a steamer, the next best thing that you could do is get a bowl, fill it with warm water, add a few drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil. You put this beautiful towel so you look like the Virgin Mary, and you make a nice little tent where you could, you know, absorb all the beautiful steam. Loosen up the congestion here. If you were from Rep, you'll know that this comes once a year from Tita Joy. So thank you, Tita Joy, for sponsoring Ilog Maria. So this one is Ilog Maria Honey Propolis Spray. This is good for clearing up the throat. Also when it's itchy. 2 sprays, 3 sprays. this is good for just clearing up the mucus. But don't spray too much because it tends to do the exact opposite and dry you out if you spray too much. So from Healthy Options, you not only get throat coat, but if you have a cold, these teas are so good. This is the Gypsy Cold Care and the Breathe Easy. They come in a pack that comes along with the throat coat, and it kind of clears up the sinuses. And of course, you have your sniffing balms that you just put here on your nose, or like you put them on your hands, rub, and then sniff. Also, this is my favorite, the Body Basics one from Echo Store, the spa in a can. And then I got this one from Thailand. I don't know what it is, but it's so strong, like it knocks me out. Also, rub it on your chest or on your neck, and then you wear the scarf so that it's kind of warm. Lastly, the worst, the absolute worst that could happen to you is when your throat is sore or has inflammation. Bacteria for my sipon, or I wake up the next day and it just really hurts for some reason. I take these. So this was prescribed to me before when I had a throat infection. And then there's also the lozenge version. Really strange numbing feeling on the tongue, on the throat, and it just helps me forget the pain. Whoa. My favorite spray in the entire universe is the betadine throat spray. This is the most effective thing ever. In the evening, I already feel my throat hurting, and then the next morning, it's just a small amount of pain, or it's completely gone. Really fast, and it's really good. Gargle with maybe salt water, or my favorite gargle is Bactidol. So just gargle just to keep the germs at bay. Your voice is hoarse, it means that your vocal cords are actually inflamed. So for extra hoarse, sexy bedroom voice, from Healthy Options also, this is called Roxalia, homeopathic kind of medicine that you just drink for 1 hour every 15 minutes, and then this helps ease your hoarseness. Please, as much as you can, go straight to your ENT. One time I had pus in my throat and the infection was really bad, so I had to be prescribed steroid. Literally nothing came out of my mouth, and I had a full week of shows. Go to your ENT ASAP so that they could check what's exactly wrong with you and what's the best way to combat. Just for vocal maintenance, the very basic, drink lots and lots of water, more than what you think is necessary. Number 2, get enough sleep. Sleep early. If you have a big performance, sleep early the nights before. Get the habit of sleeping early, because believe me, ample rest does a lot for your vocal health. 3, this is really sad, but you have to lessen your dairy intake because dairy produces so much phlegm. Milk tea, lessen the cheese, all of the good stuff. Gotta do it, girl. You can't take for granted correct vocal technique. Go to a voice teacher to check if what you're doing is wrong or correct, because that could also affect you in the long run. Go on vocal rest. If your voice is tired, just keep quiet, but don't whisper. Whispering is bad for your voice. Don't do it. Vitamins. Prevention is better than cures, and you don't have to spend all your hard-earned money on antibiotics or steroids. That would be wonderful, and I had to learn this the hard way. I hope that this helped you out, and thanks everyone. Till the next vlog.